Hi, and welcome back to Rain or Shine Gardening. I'm Katie, and I am here in the Portland metro area of Oregon, and I garden in Zone 8B. And today I have an empty basket, and this means that it is time to go around my garden and see what we can harvest today. I am on the hunt for some vegetables, for some things to use in some dinners coming up this week, and looking to see if I can find some surprises too for things that I didn't even know that I needed to harvest, which is frequent when I go out and have something in mind. I always find surprises. So today, let's see what we can fit in our basket, and in the end, I will show you what I found. All right, I would call that a pretty successful harvest. We got all kinds of things. I found some shade because it is getting pretty warm. But we have two different kinds of blueberries here. The blue ones are a Chandler blueberry, and then we have pink lemonade blueberries. So those will ripen up a little bit more even and get a little bit more pink. I have a couple banana peppers that were ripe, so I picked those, and a little tiny poblano pepper. One of the first things I harvested were these green bell peppers as well. So we got a few different peppers so we can make something with that this week. And I got quite a couple different handfuls of green beans. And we roasted those in the oven last week with another harvest that we had. So I think we'll probably do the same. We like those a lot. Just some olive oil and salt and pepper. They're really great. And then we got just a few tomatoes, and it's just our cherry tomatoes that are ripe right in about now. These are called pink unicorn tomatoes. So they're not quite a bright red color, which is why they're called pink, I think. And then the sun sugar tomatoes, which are everybody's favorites, but those are this orange variety. So got a few for snacking. And then we got some snap peas. We're just at the end of our harvest season for snap peas. Those are all going to be gone pretty soon. They're getting too big. And then I got way too many zucchini as usual. I think we got 6. So we're going to probably either give those away or find something that we can make with them. But even if I harvest these as pretty bright or light green color, they darken up really quickly to a much darker green color, almost closer to this green color one in the bottom there. And then we got 4 eggs. We have 6 layers, so 4 is pretty good. I think the other 2 still have to lay later today. And then the biggest surprise of the day was how many strawberries and how big the strawberries are that I harvested. So there were multiple that were huge size. You can see how big that is compared to my hand, and I have pretty big hands. But yeah, there's so many strawberries, so we'll have to make something delicious and tasty. I did pick them in kind of the heat of the day, so hopefully their sugars are a higher quantity. But look how big these strawberries are. I'm going to be able to make something delicious with those. So I think that's what I got for my harvest today. Not too bad. Filled up the basket, and this was my first one for the season. I would love to know what you are harvesting right now in your garden too. Are your tomatoes ripe? Do you have any ripe peppers yet? I've seen that there really is a pretty big variance on what people are harvesting. Love to hear what you're enjoying from your garden. And rain or shine, I'll see you next time.